could well be from 5th through to 10th. Not a little bit more, because Michael Meadows is also right with Antonio Felix da Costa. Wonderful shot of the cars, so late and deep on the brakes as they concertina up on each other, under braking into Village. Or a little bit of a tap there from Fran Rueda on Dominic Farnbacker. I just wonder if Farnbacker is beginning to struggle with handling a little bit with that missing front spoiler. Ryan Ratcliffe being very assertive in his use of the headlights. Without a great deal of success in terms of overhauling Giuseppe Perezzini. So Valentin Pierberg has just come past us with a lap that's just shy of a 2:05, 2 minutes 4.8, relative to a 2 minutes 3.6 from Perezzini. So Perezzini now is just 7.5 seconds back from Valentin Pierberg. Antonio Felix da Costa is just 2.3 seconds back from all this group too. And at the front of the field, Giovanni Venturini is continuing to take a second a lap out of Philip Fromenvila. So the gap from first to second is down to 7.5 seconds. A rate of capture that, by my reckoning, I think is still going to just about give Fromenvila enough of a buffer by the time we get to the flag. But this wonderful, wonderful scrap behind. Raider feel if he can get the Teo Martin Motorsport BMW through, and there is team principal Teo Martin, he might be able to drive away from this group. But Perezzini just making life difficult for those around him, sticks to the racing line. No way through for Ryan Ratcliffe, and if Ratcliffe can't get past, there's no way through for Dominic Farnbacker. Again, Ryan Ratcliffe kindly reminding Giuseppe Perezzini that when it's dark you need to use your headlights. Perezzini, does he leave a gap to the inside of the Village? Yes, here it comes, and Ratcliffe goes for it. Oh, he puts two wheels up on the curve. Perezzini pushed wide, and he's going to have to concede here to Ryan Ratcliffe, or is he? Giuseppe Perezzini looks to fight back, pushes the Mercedes out wide. As a result, Dominic Farnbacker comes into the mix, and it's the Lexus that's the big winner. He passes the Mercedes. He might get even more as they come down the Wellington Straight towards Brooklands. This was always going to kick into a little bit of a sort out, and here it is. Perezzini somehow retains 6th position. 7th now to Dominic Farnbacker, 8th to Ryan Ratcliffe. Fran Raider in 9th, but he is being joined by Antonio Felix da Costa and Michael Meadows as they flash through. Complete the 29th lap of the race. Another look at it. So Ratcliffe so late on the brakes. Perezzini saw him, gave him racing room, which is just as well, really. But then, as a result, Ratcliffe couldn't turn in to the loop because Perezzini was there. And Dominic Farnbacker saw a hole, thought that looks about big enough for a Lexus. I'll have it, thank you very much. And snuck past. So now down the Hangar Straight, here they come, all 5 of them, because both of the BMWs are now in this fight as Perezzini looks one way. Then look at him, lovely shot there. You can see Perezzini moving his head around in the cockpit, looking at every mirror available to try and track where the Lexus of Dominic Farnbacker was, as Farnbacker kicks it sideways through Stowe. So much torque in the Lexus as they draw side by side into Vale, and Farnbacker goes through. He makes the move into 6th, or does he? He runs wide, gathers it up into club, and finally Giuseppe Perezzini's grip on that 6th place would appear to have had to have been relinquished as Dominic Farnbacker goes into 6th position. Hugely entertaining scrap, and now we're as we were a lap ago, which is Ryan Ratcliffe trying to overhaul Giuseppe Perezzini. Ratcliffe knows what worked last time, knows what didn't, and therefore doesn't launch the inside. Instead, Perezzini outbrakes himself, almost anticipating the defence of the Mercedes. The Mercedes pushed out wide. Antonio Felix da Costa moves out of his teammates. Now it's da Costa who's going to take his turn on Ratcliffe and Perezzini. Michael Meadows looking to join in as well, and that's important because Meadows is fighting with Perezzini for Pro-Am class honours. Through Brooklands, Farnbacker is gone. So our race order with 7.5 minutes to go is Philip Fromenvila leads, 2nd place Giovanni Venturini, 3rd Raffaele Giammaria, Fourth in the Pro-Am class, Sean Balfe. Fifth is Valentin Pierberg. Sixth is Dominic Farnbacher. Seventh, Pier Giuseppe Perezzini. Eighth, just about everybody else. Eighth, Radcliffe. Ninth, Antonio Fitzcosta. 10th, Fran Rueda. 11th, Michael Meadows. From 12th, Mauro Calamia. 13th, Ricky Christodoulou. And Kang Ling in 14th. Now, Pier Giuseppe Perezzini has been given a 3-second time penalty for pit handicap that appeared to be a little bit too short. So you'll get confirmation of it there now on your screen. And that is crucial because it means that Perezzini is going to lose that third place in the Pro-Am class to Michael Meadows, provided things stay as they are. So that's going to cost him another point in the Pro-Am Championship battle, as Radcliffe looks to the inside of Perezzini and goes through. So the game is up there. Perezzini has to concede. So that promotes Jordan Witter, Michael Meadows on adjusted time to third in the Pro-Am class, I think, though Perezzini is safe for any further deductions. He's a good 20 seconds or so clear of that. And now Perezzini, the spirit has gone a little bit. He loses out to Antonio Fitzcosta, Fran Rueda, and Michael Meadows next in the queue. And Meadows looks to the outside of Fran Rueda and gets boxed in behind Perezzini. Michael Meadows still trying to assert his way past, and does. Great move from Michael Meadows and Fran Rueda. And Rueda in the BMW had to give it to him. Really, look at that. Nothing between them. Bumper to bumper racing as they come out of Aintree down the Wellington Straight once more. So the Bentley up into 10th position in the race altogether. Another look here further back. It's Kang Ling still battling with the Imperiale Racing Lamborghini. Also, Alan Cadet looking to join as well. A little bit of rubbing. So we're heading towards the closing stages here of the 9th race, the International GT Open season at Silverstone. Here is our race leader, Philip Fromavila, who, after having been chased down by Giovanni Venturini, is now beginning to re-extend his advantage at the front of the field. It's gone back out to some 8.5 seconds, so it's looking as if it's going to be a third victory of the season for Albert Costa and Philip Fromavila, but with Giovanni Venturini on course finishing second place, it means that he's only going to close 3 points up on Venturini. But Thomas Biaggi looking set for third. He's only going to take 5 points out of Biaggi. But it's Miguel Ramos and Mikel Mack of the championship contenders who are the big losers today. They're currently down in 18th position. And Mikel Mack having a good scrap with Vitantonio Liuzzi and Com Ledegaard. Quite for race victory for Giovanni Venturini. This would be why he's lost some ground. He's caught up behind a battle between Davide Rizzo and Nono Figueiredo, which is for third in the GTAM class. Raffaele Giammaria, third in the race overall, some 35 seconds off the lead of the race. But again, doing the job in terms of the championship push. It's going to be another podium finish for Thomas Biaggi. And Giammaria, who, pretty much whatever car you put him in, can always be relied upon to be pretty much right on the pace. Proves to be the case once more. So down the hanger straight, and then the wait for Sean Balfe to emerge into view. Here is Sean, leader of the Pro-Am class, en route to 4th place in the race overall as well. So that's more very handy points for he and Rob Bell. It's their best results since Estoril at the start of the year. Now, Antonio Fitzcosta is right with Ryan Radcliffe. This is the fight for 7th and 8th as Radcliffe and DaCosta out to the edge of the road as they come down the hanger straight. And Ryan Radcliffe, he picked up a warning flag last lap as DaCosta, oh, he squeezes Radcliffe and goes around the outside. Oh, that's lovely from Antonio Felix DaCosta. Brilliant move in the Teo Marti Motorsport BMW. And that was assertive racing. And DaCosta goes through, gains the position. And behind, Michael Meadows trying to do much the same to Pier Giuseppe Perezzini. They're about to be joined as well by Mauro Calamia. And the other position that might well change here is that Dominic Farnbacher is very rapidly reeling in Valentin Pierberg. And again, you don't know where to look. There is fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing all the way through the field. The indicator on from Michael Meadows. Closing up to Pier Giuseppe Perezzini. Still the frustrated Fran Rueda just behind him, because again, in terms of championship consideration for Fran Rueda here, there is the frustration of having been shuffled. Although you might well just squeeze a point with the time penalty for Pier Giuseppe Perezzini. Essentially, that passing move from Michael Meadows has cost him a couple of points in the championship race, and it means that he is very well, he and Victor Bouveng will be leapfrogged, at least at the end of this race, by Albert Costa and Philip Fromenvila in the championship battle, because we've got just a minute left on the clock. So they start their penultimate lap of the race, because in my reckoning, Philip Fromenvila is going to cross the line with just a couple of seconds left before the clock ticks to 0. Through Beckett, and then on towards the hanger straight from this thunderous chain of cars. As here is Philip Fromenvila, race leader, 27 seconds on the clock. Couldn't quite afford to back out the throttle to let the clock tick to 0, and he's going to come through, start the last lap of the race. She does now. His lead over Giovanni Venturini continuing to grow. So that's partly because Venturini is not attempting to fight his way past the Rizzo and Figueiredo battle. Big grin from Albert Costa. An even bigger one in about 3 miles' time when the Lexus comes back into view. Down the hanger straight, and this has been very much the perfect day for the Emil Frey Racing Lexus team. They got pole position this morning with Albert Costa. Costa also has got fastest lap of the race, to his credit, that he set very early on. Was able to give Fromenvila the lead to inherit post pit stops. And thereafter, Giovanni Venturini was doing a reasonable job of chasing the gap down until he got caught in this battle for third in the GTM class. And thereafter, Venturini, for fairly obvious reasons, not trying to force his way past this group of cars, risked getting into an incident and it all going wrong. We might have a shuffle on this last lap, because Valentin Pierberg has been caught by Dominic Farnbacher, so the fight for 5th and 6th has come together. That may well change. Fromenvila just balances the throttle, applies the right foot as early as he dares with the Emil Frey Racing Lexus. Albert Costa and the team watching for every movement of the car on this last lap, but now there's just 2 corners to go through the challenge at Brooklands. As long as Fromenvila doesn't have a moment at Luffield, then this is going to be a 3rd victory of the season for the Emil Frey Racing Lexus team. It's been a perfect day for the squad, and victory at Silverstone in the International GT Open goes to Philip Fromenvila and Albert Costa. The team celebrate on the pit wall the 3rd victory of the season. A really impressive drive all around. Celebrations on the pit wall as a result. Giovanni Venturini across the line in 2nd place, so he takes the lead in the championship, and then 3rd is going to go the way of Raffaele Giammaria and Thomas Biaggi, and it means the Imperiale Racing team, 2 cars onto the podium, and And therefore, every reason to enjoy handshakes on the pit wall. And here's Sean Balfe. He's going to take 4th in the race overall, but victory, and therefore, for my money, the championship lead in the Pro-Am Championship as Balfe accelerates through Woodcote. The flag goes out, and Balfe takes the win. The team takes the win in the class, 4th overall. The team celebrate. And Dominic Farnbacker on this last lap has indeed moved clear of Valentin Pierberg. So Dominic and Mario Farnbacker take 5th place, 6th and runner-up in the Pro-Am class, Valentin Pierberg and Tom Onslow Cole. 7th to Antonio Felix da Costa. And then with adjusted time,